Zappa always wanted to be accepted as like a. Well, I mean, he always wanted big sales, like a #1 record or all that kind of stuff. I mean, mixing that with, he also always wanted to play atonal music and music by Stravinsky and whatever, So he always wanted to do that too. And so, but the thing he didn't realize, Zappa's a genius, is that the two don't mix. You can't do one and get the other. So, and also, I mean, this group was not a pretty group. Like I was in my late 30s, and so was Ray and Bunk too. So, I mean, compared to these other groups, they were in their early 20s, even the Beatles. So it just didn't, we weren't that successful. In fact, they wouldn't even play our music on the radio. They were afraid to, even though there was nothing wrong with it. I mean, nothing. Just to give you an example, we were about to get an award in Sweden, so we were at this party where they were giving the award away, and they're playing We're Only In It For The Money, because that was the album they're going to give us an award for. And so right in the middle of the party, Zappa says, stop everything, play that over. So they played it over. And Warner Brothers had reversed the words to Let's Make the Water Turn Black, but just this one phrase. And the phrase was, Mama in her apron and her pad. Now, what does that evoke into you? To me, it evokes, she's in the kitchen with her apron on and she's got a heating, one of those pads, an oven pad. No, they thought it was a Tampax or, a Kotex, a pad. So they they changed the words. Or they might have even taken them out. I'm not sure what they did. But that's how like ridiculous people were at that time. So he we didn't get the award. He wouldn't accept it for that album because it wasn't his album anymore. In early '67, there were. I used to get a big kick, when we would play in a place where there would maybe be 2 or 3 other groups, and we would start playing that piece in Little House where it's 11 against 12, and I thought, yeah, try this, smart aleck or whatever, and people would just be there with their mouths hanging open because it was just such a challenging piece, not figure-wise, but mental challenge. To be able to play, I mean, it's not easy to separate those two things in your mind when you have to listen to both of them in order to know when to stop. Because at one point, and those two lines are still not together, at one point you have to stop and play the next part. It's hard.